it going? I'm juggling today. Like every day, but especially today. I have my notes for you guys here. I'm Jen Burson, the founder of Generation PR. Someone's here. Hi, Elaine. Thanks for being here. Founder of Generation PR and the creator of the Agency Accelerator program that Elaine is a member of. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited about this topic because this has actually come up quite a bit. And I hope that the emails that we sent out explained, I read them and I was like, I don't know if this makes a lot of sense. But I feel like it's such an important topic that I wanted to dedicate an entire Facebook Live to it. And what I want to talk about today is knowing your why. And I think the big, hello there. Thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. The aspect of running a business as an entrepreneur is that, oh, and my husband just walked in. Hi, I'm on Facebook Live. It's live, folks. That I think, and my husband's an entrepreneur too. When you get into the thick of things and things get crazy, like right now in my agency, it's crazy. There's a lot of different moving parts, and we also are working on some team roles and getting the right people in the right roles. Things are crazy, and you can sometimes lose sight of the reasons why we're struggling to put our businesses together when things get hard. You know, it's pretty easy to have a desk job or a job where you work for someone else, and you can easily say, you know what, this is really hard, but at the end of the day, I get to leave at 6 o'clock or whatever and, you know, come back and deal with it tomorrow. No big deal. And you're really working to build someone else's dream, and you really don't take any of that risk, but you don't also have the upside. So I think what I mean by the why is like, what is the upside that you see for yourself? What does that enable you to have in your life? So I put together this talk for today, and my husband's going to walk in any minute. Hi. The very first thing that I do when people join my program is part of this onboarding process is that I want to hear from them 10 reasons why they're joining. Like, what are they looking to get out of it? What is the reason why they are wanting to create the best, most ideal agency business for themselves? And I want to be bought into it. I send it out. I read every single reply. I want to be bought into what my students' driving factors are. I want to know what motivates them, what drives them, what are they looking to accomplish. Like, this really fuels me. One of the core values in my company, and the reason why I literally take my entire business and go like, here you go, have a framework for running your own profitable business, is because I want to help women realize their dreams. And I want to show that this is a model for having it all, if this is what having it all looks like to you. So I want to be bought into that. And I also want to like really check into what other people's motivations are. But I really want all of you to think about it, because that why, the things or things that drive you, is incredibly important for you to know. So like when you're going through stuff like I am right now, things are crazy nuts. I could be like, oh my God, why am I doing this? I'm making it so hard on myself. But it's like, it's my crazy. It's my business. This is all building the vision and the dream that I have. And that fuels me, right? And like what happened recently is one of my students replied to my email where I was like, tell me your big 10 reasons why, because I want them to print it out, put it on their wall, and be inspired to look at it and feel pumped and motivated and be like, this is hard, but look at all of these important reasons why I'm doing this. That's going to keep me going. That's going to keep me energized. But I got a recent reply from someone, and the way she answered the question really showed that the responses were very much like, well, I want accountability, and I want you to coach me, and I want access to this community. And it really seemed like she was kind of reassuring herself about making the purchase, about joining the program. And it was kind of like, I want you to hold me accountable. So here's why I bought this Agency Accelerator program. But that's not the big why, right? I want you to think about your big why in your life. So is it more freedom to be with your family, setting a good example so that your children, or so that even like your daughters can see that a woman can have it all? Is it being able to take trips with your spouse? Like, what motivates you and fuels you? Like, a lot of women I talk to, they want to make their own money. They want that financial freedom and independence, and those are things that will drive you when you're really working hard and you hit a rough patch. You need that motivation, and it kind of is like a fuel to your fire. So, understand why it is that you're doing the hard work. And that's why I ask about the big why. It's so that I can be bought into it and I understand people's motivations. When I asked her to reconsider, she came back with some incredible reasons. I mean, just some that are so aligned with my own personal reasons and things that fuel me. So now I'm bought into that, and she now has that as a motivating factor. I'm like, type that out, print it out, and hang it on your wall. Put it in your journal at the front page. So you literally open it up and you look at it every single day. And you have this strong vision and a strong driving force for why you are working so hard to create this business that is sometimes challenging. It really is challenging. I'm particularly stuck right now finding the right people to support my team, and also realizing that I need to be very diligent about finding the right people and putting them in the right roles, that is like really critical, that it's not just about budget and it's not just about who's available, but ensuring they have the right skill set, the right personalities for me, because I don't want to manage people. I don't want to manage people. I need self-starters. I need self-managed people running their aspects of my team. And so that aspect for me is very critical. And it's been challenging finding the right roles for my team. But I sit there and think, you know what? This is my business. My children are seeing this amazing example. Like, their mom is building something, big and working with amazing brands. And also, I love this model, this agency model. My business is where I work from home, right? That's what's important to me. Like, I don't know if you guys do this, but I have my little like Rachel Hollis Start Today journal. It says right here, Start Today. And you do the same thing every single day. I do it most days. And you write your 5 things that you're grateful for. And then you write the 10 dreams that you made happen. Now, these are future goals and things that you would like to achieve, but you're writing about them as if they have already happened. So you start to tell your mind and you start to behave like the person who's already accomplished these things. And I write every single day, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I run a $10 million a year business working from home. So I have a big, big goal. I have a big, big vision for my business. And part of that vision is running the business from home, because I feel that it is important for me that when my children come home from school, that I'm there to greet them, ask them how their day was, hug and kiss, check in on their homework. I'm not actually sitting and doing homework with them, but I'll look at their schoolwork and I'll check their work and hear some stories. I'll ask good questions where they share stories. I believe in quality time, not quantity time. So after they come home from school, I go back up to my office and I work a little longer. Yeah, I see that that I'm not alone in that fact. And I feel like for me and how I envisioned my life, that I wanted to be physically present when my children got home from school. I wanted to work from home. I wanted to have that flexibility and freedom. That's the overall vision that I had for my life and my business. And that's why I set up my agency this way. And I see that as I grow my business and scale it to a $10 million a year business, that being at home is still a critical part of that. So I really hone in on my why, right? So, what I want you to really think about, whether you're a part of my programs or not, as you are pursuing your own career and your own business, it is so incredibly helpful to have this in the back of your mind. And I really recommend that you take the time to do this. whether you're a solopreneur providing freelance services, you're looking to leave an agency and start your own. Maybe you're looking to make a career shift like I did. I was an attorney and I practiced litigation for 4 years and then started a PR agency out of thin air because that better aligned with what my life was going to look like in my ideal scenario. What I recommend you do is think about your big why and write them down. Type it out, print it out, whatever you have to do, and keep it in your journal, post it on the wall, reference it every day as a motivation for staying on track and feeling inspired, and really realizing that even on hard days, like I'm really in a hard place right now, just temporary. Like I know that it's not a hard solution. It's very simple, but it's not easy, right? Like the solution is simple, find the right people, but that doesn't mean that that's easy. But I'm in it and I know it's temporary, right? But this keeps me motivated and it reminds me that there is something bigger, a bigger purpose, a bigger meaning that is fueling me. And it's not just about money, it's about creating an impact. One of the reasons why I created this coaching is to create a bigger impact and to help more people. And I have a vision for empowering other women to have the kind of business in life that will bring them, everything that they ever wanted in their vision of success, which is for me, it's flexibility, controlling my time, bringing in great revenue, working with my dream clients, working from home, as I said, all of that. It's like, I want to make an impact. It's building a life that you like, making your business serve your life. So I encourage you right now, after I'm done with this video, I'm going to do 3 little wrap up points for you. I'm almost done. Take out a sheet of paper or open up Word doc or whatever and think about your 10 reasons why. And what do you want your business to create for you in your life? Financial freedom, being able to own your own home, being able to, drive whatever car you want, being able to travel 6 weeks a year and be able to take that time and afford to travel however you want. Whatever that looks like for you, think big, dream big. Like I said, I write every day that I run a $10 million a year business from home. And that's not a dream that I've achieved, but I'm working towards that in my mindset and in my business. And that's important to me. The fact that I'm doing it also while doing it on my terms, working from home. So I want you to think about your 10 reasons, what you want out of your life and why, what drives you. And, what we have here is sort of wrap up notes is, the other thing is if you don't know your why, it's really hard for you to get the help that you need to for me, it's understanding that I want to be able to work from home and have this kind of flexibility to go and be with my kids or go take a trip, or I'm going to a conference next week to be on a panel for 3 days. I'm going to be at this conference. That's important to me to have that flexibility. So I've built a business around that so that I can ask people for help and build a team to support that. Like I said, also, I don't love managing people. So it is important for me to build a team around those that are self-starters and self-managed. I'm also going to be taking like I said, I love learning. I love school, education, all of that. I love coaching programs. I'm going to be taking a team, an executive team, building, structuring my team so that we can build into being a $10 million a year business by having the team infrastructure in place now, as if we are already operating from that place. And all of those learnings I get to share inside my program. And that matters to me. And I realize part of that for me is that I don't want to be spending my time micromanaging people. I don't have time. I don't care. I just want to pay you to do a good job. You get results and we're done, right? So you have to think about your why so that you can protect your vision for your business, right? If you know you want to travel 6 weeks a year, you have to build your business to support that. That's why the why is so important. You have to build your business to support the overall vision that you have for your life and the kind of business you want to have. And it's also motivating, and it's like a huge driving factor when things get tough, like it is for me right now. In all candor, like I said, it's choppy, but I know we're going to get through it. And it's my choppy, it all comes back to me running the kind of business I want to have. And also the inspiration, it's not just money, it's not just access to things. I live for experiences. That's what, my husband's love language is, experiences. So we want to set up our businesses to support really awesome experiences in our lives. And that also means being able to go and take the time to live those experiences. So we have set up our businesses to support that. And you've got to have a deeper motivation. Like, money's great, income's great, it's very empowering, it helps you do a lot of things, but what else is there that drives you, that lights a fire under you? Do you want to, be known as the go-to expert and the authority in your niche so that you can really move forward a cause that you believe in and be seen as, a leader in that field? Like, just think about the why, and give yourself some time and actually do this. 10 things, that's it. And maybe you'll come up with 5 and it's really easy, but I want you to dig deep, because it's not always, those 5 simple things that are really obvious to you. There's other things that light you up, little subtle things. Like, for me, I want to be home when my kids come home from school. I want to be able to get on the ground and play with them and look them in the eye and not be distracted. So when I am done for the day, I know that I'm not replying to email. I'm not distracted by my phone. I lived like that for a while. And I realized that it was kind of selling my kids short. It's one thing to be with them, and it's another thing to actually be present, mentally, emotionally connected and there with them. They can feel it. And when I'm more present with my kids, oh my God, the stuff I find out from them, the connection that we have, it's so different. It's just so different than like dialing it in and being on your phone, and you can't have a business like that if you set it up to be accessible 24/7 to your clients, and they expect they're going to hear from you at all hours of the day. If they reply to you at 8:00, you're going to write them back that night. You can set those expectations in advance. And, I realize the more money that clients pay me, the more they leave me alone. I'll just leave you with that, because I know we're all like really eager to kind of bend our rates and accept clients, because we want to help them, and we know we can help them. But when you lower your rates, you tend to attract lower quality clients who like need and demand more of you. And I have found that the more the clients pay me, it's like this kind of balance of like, the less I do, the more I make. And I built it that way, right? Like, bringing in higher caliber clients, they tend to leave you alone, especially if you set boundaries. They don't bother you. And I do not reply to emails late at night. I don't feel any pull or any nervousness about clients expecting to hear from me. They can hear from me tomorrow morning. That's fine. And that's how I'm able to, have my vision for my business, or have my vision for my life supported by how I set up my business. So it matters in creating your big why, so that you can start to build the kind of business and the kind of life that lights you up and fuels you. And when it's hard, like it is right now for me, you have your reasons to keep going. So I hope that's helpful. It's a simple exercise, but profoundly powerful. And I really encourage you to do it. I would love for you to share it below this video, because I'd love to get invested in your reasons why. And even if you do the exercise and you're not comfortable sharing it, just post in the comments that you did it and how it made you feel, because I would love to hear from you in that regard. But I hope it feels empowering. I hope it motivates you and lights you up. And I love sharing my strategies and my big why with you. And if you have any questions, post them below. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.